Have you ever wondered, why are there men who don't have bulging muscles, don't drive luxury cars, and don't even speak in an overly polished way, yet women are still irresistibly drawn to them? The secret isn't in looks or money. It lies in boundaries, something invisible, yet radiating an undeniable magnetic pull. Boundaries are like the fence protecting a precious garden. If anyone can walk in freely, pick the flowers, and break the branches as they please, the value of that garden instantly diminishes. But if the garden is well cared for, with limited access, those who are invited will truly cherish every moment inside. Today, we're going to explore 6 powerful boundaries plus 2 bonus secrets that high-value women not only respect but find deeply attractive, and more importantly, that help you become a man with lasting, genuine charisma, without playing a role or pretending to be someone you're not. Boundary number 1. Time is precious. Scarcity creates value. One of the most common mistakes that causes you to lose your appeal is being available 24/7 for someone. Replying to messages instantly, canceling your plans to meet her, or rearranging your entire schedule just to please her may sound romantic, but in reality, it sends the message, nothing in my life is more important than you. While that may sound sweet, it unconsciously lowers your value. People naturally cherish what is scarce, and time is one of the most precious resources you have. If you treat your time like gold, others will learn to respect it too. This doesn't mean you should deliberately ignore her or play mind games. It means you should genuinely build a full and meaningful life. Dedicate time to your work, pursue your passions, spend time with friends, and grow your personal goals so that even when she isn't around, you're still living fully. When you're busy with meaningful pursuits, that busyness is real, and so is your attractiveness. A man who values his time not only makes others see his worth, but also creates natural intrigue and magnetism, because he's not always available at a moment's notice. And when he does give his time to someone, it truly means something. Boundary number 2. Saying no without guilt, refusing without hurting. A truly attractive man is not the one who says yes to every request, but the one who knows how to say no when necessary, and does it without feeling guilty. Many men fear rejection because they worry they'll be seen as cold or selfish, so they over-explain, apologize excessively, and try to soften their words, unintentionally turning their personal boundaries into a form of asking for permission. In reality, the most effective way to say no is simple, concise, polite, and clear. For example, you might say, "I can't make it tonight, but I hope you have a great time. Let's plan for later this week." You don't need to give detailed reasons unless you genuinely want to share, because over-explaining can weaken the decisiveness of your message. When you decline gracefully and directly, you show that you respect your own time and plans, as well as the other person's. This not only helps you maintain your personal value but also builds trust, because a man who knows when to say no is also a man who knows when to say yes with sincerity. This selectiveness makes your yes far more valuable, as others will understand that when you agree, it's not out of pressure or a desire to please, but because you truly want to and are ready to invest your time and energy. Boundary number 3. Respect reflex. Never overlook even small disrespect. Disrespect isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's just an eye roll, a sarcastic remark, or a joke that crosses the line. Many men tend to brush it off thinking, "It's fine, she's just joking." But that silence sends an unspoken message. I accept being treated this way. Over time, this erodes your self-worth and blurs your personal boundaries. The most effective response is not to get angry or overreact, but to remain calm yet firm. Simply say, "I don't let anyone speak to me that way." Short, decisive, and non-offensive, yet clear enough for the other person to understand exactly where your boundary lies. This is not about being overly sensitive. It's about having a reflex to respect yourself. In reality, women don't lose attraction because you protect your self-worth. On the contrary, they feel safer with a man who values himself. When you uphold your standards for how you're treated, you indirectly invite her to raise her own standards as well. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, and that starts with refusing to overlook even the smallest signs of disrespect. Boundary number 4. Staying calm when tested, not letting your emotions be controlled. In relationships, women will sometimes test, you just to see if you can keep your composure. A playful tease, a light provocation, or an unexpected situation might be presented as an invisible test. They're not only listening to your words, but also watching how you react. If you get angry, take offense, or slip into passive silence, you've unintentionally shown that your emotions are easily controlled. The most attractive response in these moments is to keep a calm smile, reply lightly, and maybe even joke back a little. By doing so, you send the message that you are confident, grounded, and not easily shaken by small provocations. This calmness doesn't mean indifference or lack of care. It's a sign of a man who knows exactly who he is, understands his value, and doesn't need to prove it through impulsive reactions. In fact, the ability to remain steady in the face of minor challenges makes others feel safer and more respectful toward you. It shows that you control your emotions rather than letting circumstances or other people control you. And that is one of the key traits that creates lasting attraction. Boundary number 5. The power of silence, saying less meaning more. Many men fall into the habit of over-explaining whenever they refuse something or make a decision, as if they need someone else's approval to validate their choice. In reality, the more you explain, the more you reveal a lack of confidence, and it can even make the listener feel like you're justifying yourself. The simple yet powerful principle is this: say enough, then stay silent. For example, you can simply say, "I can't make it. Let's catch up another time." And leave it at that. There's no need to attach a long essay of reasons or unnecessary details. When you trust that your decision is already clear and valid, you won't feel pressured to explain further. Silence in this case isn't coldness, it's a sign of steadiness and self-control. It sends the message that you are in charge of your life, and that you respect yourself enough not to ask permission for your choices. Interestingly, when you stand your ground and know when to remain silent, others will gradually learn to respect your decisions. Used at the right moments, silence not only saves words but also makes everything you say carry more weight and meaning. This is the subtle power many overlook, yet it can create tremendous attraction. Boundary number 6. Mission first, she's part of it, not the whole. One of the most serious mistakes many men make is placing their girlfriend at the absolute center of their life, to the point of neglecting their goals, passions, and other relationships. At first, this constant attention may make her feel happy and appreciated, but over time, the sense of admiration begins to fade. That's because a man's attractiveness isn't only about how he loves, it's also about whether he is living a life worth admiring. An attractive man is someone who has a mission, a burning passion inside him, and is relentlessly moving forward. In the bigger picture of his life, she is an important and beautiful part, but not the entire canvas. When you keep a greater goal and a personal journey to pursue, you not only maintain your allure in her eyes, but also create a healthier relationship. In this way, love doesn't become a burden or pressure. It becomes a source of mutual encouragement. On the other hand, if you give up everything to revolve solely around her, the balance is lost and the attraction inevitably fades. Putting your mission first doesn't mean devaluing her. It means ensuring that both of you have the space to grow and walk together on a meaningful path. Bonus: don't fix her feelings. When a woman is sad, upset, or stressed, most men's natural reflex is to immediately try to solve the problem. They offer advice, analyze the situation, or attempt to fix her emotions with phrases like, "Don't be sad. It's not worth worrying about," or "Just do this and it'll be fine." While this may seem caring, the truth is that often what she needs isn't a solution, but your listening and presence. You don't need to have the perfect answer or play the hero who rescues her mood. Instead, become a safe space, somewhere she can release her emotions without fear of judgment, and without being pressured to cheer up right away. Simply listening, maintaining eye contact, and letting her know you're there for her can be a powerful emotional remedy. When a woman feels that you're willing to be by her side even in difficult moments, she will trust you more, lean on you more, and it is that steadiness that will make you the anchor she naturally turns to. Bonus: keep a little mystery. In a relationship, revealing everything about yourself too soon can cause the story to lose its intrigue. When everything is laid out from the start, the other person no longer feels that sense of curiosity or anticipation to discover more about you. On the other hand, a touch of mystery has a unique allure. It sparks the imagination and drives the other person to want to know you on a deeper level. This doesn't mean you should be fake or deliberately hide important truths, but rather that you should know how to share just enough, at the right time. Let the relationship unfold naturally, so that each conversation, each meeting, feels like a new puzzle piece being revealed. It's this gradual unlocking of different sides of you that creates excitement and keeps the attraction alive over the long term. A man who maintains a little mystery not only piques a woman's curiosity, but also demonstrates self-confidence and self-control. You give her a reason to come back, to keep exploring, and with each return, the connection grows deeper and more enduring. Key takeaway: boundaries in a relationship are not cold walls meant to push others away, but rather like a locked door that opens only to those who truly value and deserve to enter. A man who knows how to set boundaries is someone who understands his own worth, knows what he wants, and is willing to walk away from what doesn't align with him, even if it means others might not be pleased. Boundaries are not about controlling or manipulating. They are about protecting dignity and self-respect. When you live according to your own standards, you naturally radiate confidence and steadiness, qualities that women are not only drawn to but also admire. They can sense that you are not easily swayed by meaningless things, and that every decision you make stems from a clear set of values. What's remarkable is that when a woman is with such a man, she often feels inspired to become a better version of herself. Not out of pressure, but because of the example you set. Respect in a relationship always begins with respecting yourself, and boundaries are the clearest proof of that.